Thanks, everyone. This is a time of year where a lot of things happen. Two things happen repeatedly. You hear a lot of best of lists from 2014 and a lot of resolutions for 2015. And I'm going to combine the two of those things tonight. I'm going to start with my resolution. My resolution for 2015 is to try to be more open and outward with strangers. I'm a pretty sociable guy. I get along with people I know. I like to sit and talk. I'm not mean to people I don't really know, and I don't know what's going on or what causes this, but as I get older, and I don't know if this happens to anyone else, I get excited when I can check myself out at the grocery line without having to pretend to have a conversation with someone I don't know. Right? I actually walk toward that. I get excited. I feel guilty if there's an open lane and I try and pass by that person. I go and I talk to them anyway. And I don't know why that is. I read a lot about technology making people less attuned to the people around them. And I moved from, I don't know, the 1970s into the early 2000s this Christmas by getting my first smartphone. So maybe I'm sensitive to it because of that too, that I'm afraid that I'm going to lose some contacts, even though these aren't really deep contacts most of the time. But I made a resolution to do better at that, and I'm going to tell you why I did that, and it ties into my best of list. My favorite album from 2014 was Jackson Browne's new album, Standing in the Breach, is what it's called. And it sounded a lot like his 70s stuff and had some really good songs in it and some really good lyrics in it. So that appeals to me, and I used to listen to it a lot in the car. And I love song number 7. When song number 7 comes on, I get excited. Here's song number 7. That's great, right? And one day, mid-December, I sneak out at lunchtime from work, and I'm going to do some last-minute shopping. And I'm driving in the car, and song number 7 comes on. And I'm getting excited because I get to hear these beautiful lyrics, and I'm excited about this. And I stop at a traffic light, and there is a catering van next to me. And just when the song's about to start, I hear the horn honk a couple times, and I look over, and the guy's making that universal signal, which is ridiculous when you think about it, right? If you're not at a car convention these days, no one does this to open their window, but everyone does this if they want you to open your window, right? So he does that, and my first instinct was to feel frustrated because that song I wanted to hear was about to come on, and now I got to talk to some guy I don't know. So I lower my window, not by doing this, but by pressing a button, and I'm thinking, why isn't that the signal, right? That's what everyone does now anyway. And before I could even engage with this guy, I'm thinking, boy, that would really be confusing, right? That could mean a lot of things. Maybe the guy is trying to tell me he thinks I should call my mother more often, right? Or there's a bug on his dashboard, or he'd like to start a nuclear holocaust. It could mean a lot of things if he did what he really should do there. So maybe it makes sense he did this. But he asked me for directional help, and I am of no use to him whatsoever. I can't help him get where he wants to get. And he waves, and I roll up my window this way, not this way. And I start driving, and I'm thinking, now I've got to restart the song, which all I got to do is do the same thing. It's hitting one button once, right? It's not like 8-track days when you got to wait till it loops around again. So I hit the button, and here's where it all came together for me with incredible irony that slapped me right in the face. The lyrics of song number 7 that I love so much were written by a Cuban writer that Jackson Browne collaborated with, and the first line of this song was, "Ever since the world existed, there is one thing of which I'm certain. There are those who build walls and those who open doors." And I realized that the fact that I didn't want to talk to this guy more than I didn't want to listen to the song was probably a wrong way to go. So I resolved to do that. And if I do well with that, I'm going to come up with a new symbol for roll down your window. Thank you.